Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Of course, it's xoxo. If you didn't know, now you know. I know I haven't said that in a while, like since I restarted this channel, but that used to be our old thing. So if you're not an old subscriber, you wouldn't know that, but that used to be our thing. So guys, in this video we're gonna be talking about the process of buying a vehicle in Jamaica, or how I got my car in Jamaica. We're gonna be talking about the bank route. I know you guys may have seen the video where I explained I bought my car and I showed off my car and everything, and some persons did reach out to me. They wanted me to do a video on the process, and even so I want to share what it was like, because I did try to find YouTube videos in detail, in depth. I didn't find a lot in depth, sorry, and I didn't find a lot, so I decided that I wanted to do this video just explaining everything. I did write down a few pointers, so let's see how it goes. But just before, guys, ensure you like, comment, share and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Follow me on all my socials at thechesouye, except on TikTok. I am sorry guys, I'm so sorry. On TikTok I am xoxo with 2 E's. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing that I think you need to do if you're looking to buy a car is get your learner's license. So the learner's license process is a lot more different than when I was 18 years old seeking a learner's. But you can generally, I think, I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, you can generally get your license starting at 17 years old, or that was the case when in my days, like when I was 18 years old, which was a couple years back. The process has now changed. So for me, I had a learner's license when I was 18 years old back in 2019, right? And that learner's license was very simple to get. All I had to do was take my passport size pictures, get them signed, went to the tax office, paid my money, they filled out a form, and I got my learners right there. Them write up everything on the learners. I wish I was inside, because I could be able to show you guys what our learners look like, but I'm sure you guys know what it looks like. But I want this to be as detailed as possible. I got the learners, I drove for a year, and when it expired I got scared. I was scared of the road, I was uncomfortable, I didn't want to learn, I didn't want to drive, and I just put it down. It expired, and that was it. The next I didn't talk about the learner's license to this day. So earlier this year I had to get a new learner's, or I had to renew that learner's in order to get my license. So my process for renewing is I had to take passport size pictures, get those signed. First you have to go to the examination depot and get an appointment. Guys, don't quote me on this, because this was earlier this year, and I'm sure I read online to get myself familiar with this process. I also called the depot and the tax office, and they gave me information. So I would advise you to reach out, but I'm just gonna give you a general synopsis of what the process is like. If I left out anything, guys, please put it in the comment. Don't chastise me, I'm only human. And let me say, this process was a little bit different for me. But the learner's license to this day is you go to the examination depot and you get an appointment. After you get the appointment, I think they give you forms and all that. You have to get your passport size pictures, you have to take them, you have to get them signed. I think you have to go to the doctor to get, like, yeah, you also have to sit an exam. So you need to buy the driving book. It is a red book You can get it online, you can get it in a pharmacy, you can get it in a bookstore. So you can try Kingston Bookshop, Songsters Bookstore. You can get it relatively anywhere. You buy that book, study the questions at the back, but make sure you read that book. It's very important for new drivers coming on the road to read that book. I am going to, like, guys, read the book. Don't bother say I know it's already. Read the book. It's very important. A lot of the mistakes that are being made on the road are costing people's lives could be avoided if we just read that book. I myself have read the book cover to cover. Like the minute when I was 18 and learned to drive, that's the first thing I had to do. I read the book. So yeah, read the book. Then after you get the appointment, you go back, you do your test. When you pass your test, I think before the test they asked me to read like a sentence to make sure I can read, and I don't remember exactly how the depot went. And I also went to a slow depot. I didn't go to Swallowfield, which is a much bigger depot. So yeah, but don't quote me on the process. You just need to get your learners. After you get your learners, I think it takes 6 months for you to get your license. I did not have to wait 6 months because I already had a learner's license. So I told them I was renewing. I took the old learners, and yeah. So after 1 month, went back to the depot to do my license. I did the yard test. You have to do, well, you have to do a yard test. You have to do a road test. You have to do a book test. Like, what am I saying? Written test. Yeah. And you also have to go back to the doctor. You have to get your things signed by a JP, all that. As we say, don't come upon the process. So after you get your learners and your license, it is now time to choose a car that fits your needs and your budget. So that's the second thing I did. I started to look at, when I have the license, well, before I even get the license, I started to look around. What car do I want? I looked at many cars. I looked at the Toyota Aqua. I didn't like it. Looked at the Honda Fit. I didn't like the Honda Fit. I looked at the Honda Grace. I liked it, but not really like it. Never really what I was looking for, because my job requires a lot of driving and I really needed an SUV. But I was thinking an SUV was too big for someone like me who is just a beginner. And so I had liked the Toyota Race from the year before. It was something that I looked at and said, Mommy, I know someone want a car. I like the car, it's just sexy. And I still think it's that car to this day. I don't think I made a bad purchase because I really loved the car. And so I thought this car was like too expensive, but it wasn't out of budget. I had wanted a 2024 in this model and make, but I wasn't able to get it because of it wasn't in the country and I never wanted to wait and all that. So I had started to look at other cars. I looked, never liked any. I did like the Toyota Corolla, but those were expensive and they sold fast, like fast. So anyways, found the car. I know it's time to evaluate your finances. Do I have enough money to pay for this car? Do I have enough money to insure this car and keep it up to date with all the things that I have to do in Jamaica when you own a car? And so my next point is make sure you have enough money. Save your money. Have at least 600,000. I'm gonna say, if you're gonna go the bank route, have at least like 600,000-700,000, because you're gonna need to do a deposit, you're gonna need to do processing fees, you're gonna need to do like the registration, the insurance, you're gonna need to do all these things and they warrant money, and you need to have enough money to cover the buying process. So my range is gonna be 500,000 to 700,000. I know sometimes a big bracket, but it all depends on the type of car that you're buying too, because if you're buying like a car that's not that expensive, you won't need that much money. But generally, especially for a new driver, because insurance is always high, if you're a new driver like me, because my insurance is high, you're gonna need the money. So make sure you save your money. So after you identify the car and you have enough money saved up, you need to determine if even if you're not going the loan road, are you able to buy this car in cash? Or if you're gonna go in the loan road, am I able to pay the processing fee? Am I able to pay this money every month and still do the things that I love? That is something that I had to ask myself. am I gonna be able to afford this car on my own while still going to the movies when I feel like, while still eating shrimp because I like shrimp? Am I gonna be able to still spend my 60,000, my 70,000 in the supermarket per month if I buy this car? And that is something that I had to really focus on. I had to budget up my money and say, okay, you know, I'm still gonna be okay. And I'm like, okay, I can work with this. So the next step is to communicate. So once you identify the car and you have enough money and you think you can afford the bank, shop around. Don't just stick with one bank. Go online, use the loan calculators, calculate it up, work with different interest rates. Like, shop around. Don't just settle for say, oh, I'm find one car, $2 million, I'm have the $2 million, or I can get a loan for $2 million, and the first $2 million loan where you see, you just stick it and you know look. Guys, shop around. I promise you, you can get it cheaper. Go to the cheapest. Life, no one to act like say we have it. Even the people who have it still try to capitalize on deals. May I tell you, like, best believe, me personally, I learned shopping around from my mom because my mother used to go downtown and she used to tell me, oh, I'm not buy that there, so I can't get it down the road cheaper. And she said that like 5 times and guaranteed she would get it cheaper. And I have grown to understand that life is like that. If you see something for $2 million, guarantee you can get it cheaper. Learn to get value for your money. It's very important so we save every little thing that we can get, because rainy days do exist. Okay, rainy days do exist. I'm just putting that out there. So after I identified the car and I can afford this loan, I went the bank route. I chose to go that route. I could have stayed there and save up money, but we never see where it was feasible for my specific case. I'm a 9-to-5 girly. I don't have no bag up. I just a start out. I've been working just a year. I don't have no rich family. I don't have nothing like that. Like, I'm just starting to build myself, and so I don't have nobody argument with me down in the comment section and say, oh, you should have saved a little longer. No, I did what I did. It was in my best interest and I'm okay with it. Yeah. So after that, I found a car. I went into the bank and I spoke with somebody. We did a financial analysis, and for this you have to carry like your pay slips, you have to carry any debt you have, all of that. You have to fill out an application, all of that. But I did start my process online and I went with NCB. Now I know you're gonna say, you just so for say, it's a cheaper bank there and cheaper. It worked for me. So if you can go cheaper, if you suppose me never look in detail and me never see the cheapest, NCB worked for me at the time. If you find something that's cheaper, work with that, my loves. Work with that. I'm perfectly okay. So after I went to the bank, spoke with her about my finances and stuff, found the car. I got all the documents from the dealership. So I got the import certificates, the fitness, the evaluations, all of that, and I handed all my documents to the bank. The bank route is very time consuming. I say it's a lot of documents to sign and all of that, but it's nice having someone that cares. Like, try to get somebody, the advisor that knows you very well, your bank history and all that. Okay, for me though, after the bank, it was very much okay, sign this paper, sign that paper, and talking about what money I need to pay. So I needed to pay like a deposit on the car, I needed to do like processing fees for the loan, I needed to do like the first month's money for the loan and all of that. And you sign off on those. You will talk to your bank and they will tell you exactly. I would say my advice is don't be afraid to ask questions. I love my rep that did my car, not at the bank but at the dealership, was absolutely amazing. She would call me, she would say, Miss Coy, call the bank and see what I'm going with down there. I should come and say, Miss Kai, I know you do everything already, but the money don't come over yet, you know. Or Miss Kai, you know you can go pick up the car. Like, she would call me. She was so good on the communication. She was so good on the customer service. I love that because it eased so much stress from me, because I was waiting on the car and sometimes things never go my way, and sometimes I feel like I want to give up. Things happen along the way. It's not an easy process. But what I will say is, just hold steadfast. Know why you started. I had a goal in mind, and I need this car was not a want, it was more a need. I needed to be able to take myself around. I needed the independence. I needed to learn to drive. I needed, you know, like this year, this car, everything surrounding this car was not, oh, you know, I want to drive. I feel like I want one car. I needed a car, and that's why I got my car. So after the loans, when the loan comes through and everything, you're gonna need, or just before the loan comes through, you're gonna need to sort out your insurance. If you are a new driver, I'm gonna tell you from now, your insurance is gonna be high. So if you can do the learner's license from now, do the driver's license from now, and make it grow a few years. I didn't have that privilege, and I can tell you the quotes that I was getting, 500,000 for the year, 450,000, 480,000, 600,000. Those were the quotes that I was getting for the year. And insurance is something that you can add on specific things to. So for instance, if you want roadside assistance, you can add that on. You can add on this, you can add on that. So it can get very expensive. Get the license. I don't mean learners, I mean the driver's license. Get the driver's license, let it go. I didn't have that privilege. Like I said, I was dead ass scared of cars. I was scared of driving. I was scared. I was scared, traumatized, call it whatever you will. I was very scared, and so I didn't get to have my license and let it grow with me. I didn't get to do that, and I paid dearly. I regret it. I literally paid dearly because my insurance was high, and then even after it came down, it's still high. Like, if I tell you how much I'm paying for insurance, you drop dead because it's high. It's high. So shop around for insurance. Don't just work with the first company. The first company I went with, I don't think they were offering me a good deal, and I went with another company and they were offering me a better deal, and I worked with them. So like I say, another first, my granny would have said something about another first water with Oxy in, well, I don't know, but oh no, what I say, don't give a sure if unsure, yes, but shop around. It's always somewhere cheaper. I keep telling you guys, conserve for your money, save your money, rainy days do come. Always somewhere that's cheaper. So shop around for insurance. For the fitness, try to get cars that are already fit. And I know that some of the dealerships already does fitness and like the registration process for you. See if there's a package that your dealership offers that incorporates that, where they do some sort of service for you, warranty, or they're gonna change your car, they're gonna service your car for 6 months or something. Ask them what they have to offer you in exchange for getting a car with them. Ask for discounts, ask for these things. Trust me, they help. If the registration is 9,000 or 12,000 and the dealership pays that alleviates $12,000, and you go into the tax office, which is very disheartening sometimes. So just ask. Sometimes they do offer it, but you don't ask, you don't get it, or you don't ask, you don't know. You understand? But yeah, so after the insurance, you still have to, I didn't have to do fitness. I don't have to do fitness till the end of this year yet, so I don't know what the fitness process is like. Guys, I'm learning every day of owning this car. I am learning every day. I'm learning that you need to service the car 3 to 6 months. I haven't had my first service yet, so I can't tell you what servicing your car is like. I'm learning that I didn't get a spare tire with my car. I have to get a spare tire. I have to put air in the tires. I have to look in my car bonnet. I have to buy windscreen water. I have to check my engine oil. I have to make sure when I check the engine oil, the car is parked on a level for a period of time. So like I'm saying, I'm learning every single day that I have this car. Every single day. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Make sure you read your manual. I keep my car manual in the car. If I'm ever unsure about anything, I'm gonna go read it. There's no shame in my game. I'm gonna go and read it. I'd rather do that than mash up the car and give myself more stress and headache, because I promise you, having a car is expensive. This car needs a little body work because it's scraped. It's scraped from me and it's scraped from... It's scrape. One time you scrape it, but it's scraped 2 times. You understand? And I'm gonna need to fix it, and trust, it's expensive. Okay? So me learn my lesson. You know, see me scrape this car again. Me come out of arms way. Me I try my best. Cause I mean, I don't blame myself, but me never there look good. Me I look perfectly fine now. Matter of fact, me I wear my glasses when me I drive. Yeah. Because but guys, I promise you, it is so rewarding. I love my car. I just love my car so much. I am so grateful that God afforded me. He gave me opportunities like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of which contributed in some way to my car. Because you know, I make money on social media. I also have my corporate job, and I'm trying to get back into YouTube because I don't want to miss me. I'm missing them too. Guys, this is just lip gloss. I don't even remember where I got it from, but I love it. Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you know, got some understanding about owning a car and what the process is like. Of course, if you like are buying a car cash, it's different. I don't know what that process is like, but you know, I can only tell you my experience and what I experienced and some pointers that I would suggest. Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Follow me on all socials, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Same place, same vibes. Next time you see the vibe. Alright guys, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.